Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Everything is fine here on Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast. I'm Mike, joined by Dustin and Bogey, here to talk whatever the hell we want to talk about. I'm kidding. We're going to talk about Star Wars. Try to bring up some
We do
conversation.
talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about
Well,
sometimes.
that's true too. I mean, we can do whatever the F we want to do. So to get the business elements out of the way really quick, if you're listening to us, hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment, rate, review, all the above. We greatly appreciate it. And a little thing you can do helps us get our name out there amongst all the other Star Wars channels and podcasts. At the same time, our chat is up and running, so voice your opinion, bring up ideas, discussion, whatever you like. We'll make you a part of the show as well. And as a reminder, once we hit 200 subscribers on our YouTube channel, we'll have a prize giveaway. We'll do a little drawing. So make sure that you have your name listed as public when you subscribe, because if it's not, I won't be able to tell who will be entered into the drawing. So again, make sure that you're public, and we'll give a little prize giveaway at 200 subs. Yeah, so topic's a little light today. Just in anticipation for Andor coming, which is April 22nd, not too far away. Star Wars Celebration coming up just around the corner, and we know we're going to get a whole bunch of news as that approaches and while that's here. So one thing I thought we could do for a little fun, since we don't really have much to talk about, there's a would you rather page that's Star Wars related. So I can ask some questions to the guys and we can all voice our opinions on what we would choose or what we would do and like some reasons why. On top of that, I do have something I ordered that arrived today. Would you guys rather me do that now or do that after the
Do it now.
do it now?
I want to see this thing.
Of course you want to see this thing.
Yeah.
Or do we tease it now?
We tease it now? Should we tease it now?
I'm kidding. You're the boss, Mudge.
You're such a
Don't be
tease.
a tease,
You're such a lightsaber tease. No, so I've wanted one of these for a long time, and I finally bit the bullet and ordered one, but it's a lightsaber from Theory Sabers. And it was a BOGO, so it was a buy one, get one free.
You're a BOGO.
Well, we got a BOGO and we got a bogey, so
You're a town.
So the one I ordered was the Anakin Skywalker blue lightsaber.
That's the lamest lightsaber of them all, by the way.
No, well, I've got so many of the other ones. Like one of the
it's
ones
so bland. It's so like
yeah, but
it's better ones.
It's how it all started.
Any, Dustin? You got any?
Yeah, show me your saber.
Hey, not on this podcast.
Are you a grower or a shower? Let's go. Let's see.
I do have 4 lightsabers.
Yeah, the grower ones. That's what I'm talking about. Are you a grower?
I'm a grower. Ain't nothing wrong with being a grower. You know what I'm saying?
Bogey's laughing so hard his headset's falling off.
Seriously.
No, but just shout out because this company was started by Star Wars Theory, who's a podcaster and a YouTube channel guy that was one of the inspirations behind starting our own channel, and I've been listening for years and years, and just really appreciate his knowledge on Star Wars and the in-depth he'll go into. So I definitely wanted to get one of these sabers. So I will open it up. It's kind of a cool box that it comes into. I think if I ever see him at like a convention or anything, I definitely want him to sign it. Okay. So here's the 2 sabers. I don't know which one's which yet. Let me see if okay, so this is the Anakin one. And the blades like can separate, which I like. And I won't like plug it in or anything yet because that will just take too long. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. Dustin.
I think the quality's certainly high, right? I mean, better than the growing ones I have that are all plastic that my kids beat me up with.
Well, and compared to like the Black Series, because I like the Black Series, that's what I usually collect, but those are so like big and chunky. And this one's a little like you can
What's the
wield this
weight
one
of-
easier.
What's the weight you would say?
Pretty,
Like 2 pounds, 3 pounds, less than that?
I don't know. I'm not really a good judge of weight like that,
I
but I will
well, I mean,
say it feels like a full can of soda. How about that? Or a full can
okay.
of beer. That's
I
about
prefer
what,
the beer.
yeah, a full can of beer. That's what I'll put the comparison to. And because it's a BOGO, I'm sure it's one of their like generic ones because they sell ones that are like replicas of, you know, in Star Wars, and then they sell ones that are like for like dueling, like you can actual duel with them.
I say
Oh,
All right, what you got?
I'm finding
This
out.
is the random one. It's all black.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
pretty
sweet.
cool.
It's pretty slick.
lame.
So do you know what do you mean lame?
All black?
Let's see
Like,
yours, Bogey.
all
I
right.
mean, it's all black, so you think it'd be a little thicker and longer, but
Oh God. Thank God we're uncensored now.
I think my
there's no innuendo in that. I was just saying, you know.
I know.
my all black torch, you've seen it, Mudge, is
Yeah,
better than that one.
that torch thing is pretty freaking cool. Isn't that thing more powerful and bigger than what you thought it was going to be?
Oh yeah, Peterson,
What
when
she
he gave me for a
said.
birthday gift, he thought it was gonna be like this, like kind of like a normal little torch for like it had being like this, and he just like tossed it at me. I was like, whoa, like
Don't
So
break it.
much is that the random one you got? Is it just like a generic one they make, or do they actually like model it after a certain Jedi?
No,
What's-
these are ones that these are their lower tier ones that are just made more for like dueling and like, you know, doing stuff with. So this one's a little lighter. Yeah, probably just a little bit lighter and a little bit thinner, but I can see how it would be like easier to like duel with or to do cool tricks with. So, and um they have like 3 different tiers of like the actual saber portion, because the lower tier is just a light that shines through from the bottom to the top, and then as you go higher in tiers, it's like more intricate. So I got the highest one, so and it looks really cool compared to like normal lightsabers like the Black Series or whatnot. And with Theory Sabers, you can also get like audio with it. So obviously you can have like the lightsaber noises, but then they have like different like music you can play like as you're wielding it and stuff like that. So that's pretty sweet. So yeah,
Very
those are
cool.
the
like
sabers I got.
music, as in like what, playing Duel of the Fates.
Yeah, like you could, and
That's awesome.
you can add or whatnot, because I think there's like some kind of memory chip in there, so you can install new sounds or new songs to the sabers,
That's
which
awesome.
is really
So
cool.
did you sell your kid to afford those?
It wasn't that expensive, but I had my bonus that I got not too long ago, so I used a small portion of the bonus to reward myself.
There you go, bud.
And since it was a BOGO, it was half the price really. So
So
Guy math.
guy,
yeah, well, I
guy
mean,
math.
that's shopping math.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, you have to bring some on your travels. And we'll have
We'll
lightsaber duels in the basement.
duel. Yeah. We'll put that on our TikTok. Yeah,
But,
we'll put my shower versus your grower, and we'll see how things go.
I got pretty good. They're shorter, so like I'm very quick and
You're more
mean.
stable with it. You can control it better,
Yeah.
right? It's not the
Like, for Family Guy.
it's not the size of it's not the motion of the ocean. Or wait, no, what is it? It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's what people who are terrible at sex say.
How would you know?
Because I say it all the time.
I'm kidding. All right, so we will move over to our would you rather. So I'll just start off with number 1. Would you rather be a grower or would you rather be a shower?
Oh, grower for sure. Because then it's like a pleasant surprise.
Okay. That's what she said?
Yeah.
All right, really? Okay. Number one, would you rather visit Tatooine or visit Coruscant?
Coruscant.
Why?
Dude, Tatooine is kind of boring. It's just a giant desert. Coruscant's got like everything you could imagine, and like you could literally spend your entire life exploring Coruscant. I feel like there's
Yeah.
only like a couple, like Mos Eisley and then Mos something else. Like there's only a couple like spaceports.
Yep.
What are you talking about? What about what's the little town there
Like
where
Mos Eisley, or
the
what are you
little
talking about
town
on
in
Tatooine?
on Tatooine where
Well, you got
Cobb
Mos
Van
Eisley, you got
Cobb Vanth is the bound. There's
oh
the
that one.
deputy
Oh yeah,
or
I forget the
sheriff.
name of that town. Where the sandworm is or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun. You know, running away from Sandworm the entire time. Yeah, hey, we're on vacation and we're running for our fucking lives the entire time. Like we're in Dune.
Hey, you like the movie Dune, so maybe.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
I don't
it's
like
like
being confronted with a massive Shai Halud.
So Bogey, what's your answer?
um well, question to Dustin, like where are you right now in Wisconsin? Are you like in a small town or where?
I'm in Appleton, so it's a
Oh,
pretty
okay.
big.
That's sizable.
So that's the comparison, I guess. Like,
But
yeah,
like, if
granted,
I'm
you have
traveling to somewhere, would I rather go to Chicago or
yes.
Sheboygan? Like,
Well, if
you
you're
know,
I get okay, yeah. The question is, would you rather visit? So that's fair.
I mean, I guess go to Coruscant and buy some death sticks.
There you go.
Want to buy some death sticks? No, you should go home. No, you should go home
Rethink
and
your
rethink
life.
your life.
So should we be telling you need to go rethink your life there, Bogey? No,
No,
I would
I don't
probably
know. I guess I like open country. You know, my parents come from an open country out in kind of like the middle of nowhere, small town. I kind of like the quietness of a small town. You kind of know everyone.
yeah.
but
Where
we're
you go,
talking about like visiting, like as like you're traveling on a vacation.
well,
You
I guess
know,
what was the question? Like, would you rather live or
No,
visit,
visit.
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 visit? Okay. Well, then probably Coruscant because there's just like it's like going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
so that's
Yeah, I would have to agree. I'm going to go 3 for 3 on this one. Um, if there were others versus Tatooine, like if it was like Endor, I would probably say Endor more than
Or like Kashyyyk.
Coruscant
I
or
think Kashyyyk would
Kashyyyk.
be cool
Yeah,
as hell.
but just sand and desert, like I mean, I've
Kashyyyk would
been
be like when I used to camp, like you know, when I was a kid, you know, you go on those like tree forts. It's like
yeah,
Camp on the Sock is what it was called in Missouri. It was like a little like camp where your parents would send you off for a week and just fucking just booze for an entire week while you're gone.
can't blame them. And now being a parent, can't blame them.
They pick you up from the thing, they smell like vodka, you know. Anyway, not like a personal experience or anything, but
Trauma memories coming from Dustin.
yeah, man. Well, it was a boy and girls camp, and they would separate you, but they weren't 100% successful. So anyway,
All right, so 3 for 3 on Coruscant. Question number 2: would you rather fly an X-wing or fly a TIE fighter?
I'd rather see Mudge move a little bit because he's frozen in time.
uh-oh.
Do we lose
Uh-oh.
him? I think, if I'm being honest, I feel like the Empire has a lot more technology and cool shit. So I feel like flying a TIE flyer would be more fun. You know what I mean?
I'm back. Did you guys just be quiet the whole time?
No, we were
No,
talking.
we were
Okay.
kind of chatting. We were like,
I'm just
is
giving
this
you a
even
hard time.
recording anymore?
Yeah, because it's on YouTube, it will continue to broadcast, so
Okay.
we're good.
So I was saying, and we got your question: rather fly an X-wing or TIE fighter?
Yep. Okay.
And I was like where Dustin was going with this. So keep going, keep going.
I
Or
feel
maybe
like
start over so Mudge could hear.
I feel like in this scenario, it's like, would you rather fly the latest and greatest from from America's military, like the F-47 that's coming out, or would you rather fly like the MiG-28 that's been around for like 30 years and is like old technology? You know what I mean? I feel like the Empire's got like the cool shit, and the rebellion, the rebels have like antiquated stuff. So I'd rather fly the TIE fighter.
Okay.
And I like
That's
the
good.
sound it makes.
Yeah,
It's
the sounds are
intimidating.
pretty sweet.
Oh, recording stop.
It's okay. It's already recording on YouTube, so we're good.
Oh yeah, the YouTube.
What about you, Bogey?
Well, how you bring that up, Dustin, is like, well, have you seen Top Gun Maverick? Like
Oh yeah, because that's the most
F-18 when
that's they did a
when
spoof
Rooster's
on
like,
that in Family Guy, and it's hilarious.
yeah. Oh, I got to see that. I haven't watched that clip,
It's really
uh,
good.
but that scene in Maverick, and he's like F-18, and Rooster's like, you think that old piece of shit can fly? And he's like, I shot down a couple MiGs with that. He's like, are you kidding me? And he ends up shooting two more MiGs down with an F-18. So I got to go with X-wing.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Okay. Yeah. No. No.
Throw R2D2 in the back. I'm good, man. That sounds like fun. And then plus you got more blasters. And how like the
All
wings like
the
open up.
Quality
How
of
cool is
economy, my
that?
friend.
those S foils, open S foils to attack position.
Listen,
And
dude, I'll just list lazily to the left, and then you're fucked.
Well, then
and
you're
then
in
you
the
gotta love
Millennium
the Family
Falcon.
Guy episode where they're like Red 4, Red 6, Red October standing by.
Okay, here's a question:
Big Red standing by.
Big Red.
Would you rather fly the Ebon Hawk or the Millennium Falcon?
What was the first one?
The Ebon Hawk, Ebon Hawk. I think it's Ebon Hawk from that would be was that Old Republic? No, or that's Shadows of the Empire.
I don't think I know that one. I mean,
Okay,
Millennium Falcon,
they're both pretty cool.
without a doubt,
I know
Millennium
the
Falcon.
Millennium Falcon's really, really cool.
I feel like I'm just going to call it Dash Rendar's ship. I feel
Yeah.
like Dash Rendar's ship would be easier to fly because, like, I don't know, just where the cockpit is for the Millennium Falcon makes it seem like it's a little more challenging versus, like, I don't know, off on the side. It's more like a B wing, you know, the shape of a B wing, how the cockpit is completely on one side and everything else is to the
Yeah.
left. But
And I do want to add one more thing though, but I do like the idea of the TIE fighter because that scene, because you never really got too much of a grasp of like a TIE fighter flying, but when you saw it in Force Awakens when they hijacked the TIE fighter to escape,
yeah,
it seemed like the maneuverability was like when Poe Dameron really like he's like really knows how to fly that thing, and like they couldn't catch him. It's like who are they training? Like all these other movies, who's flying? It's like stormtroopers that can't shoot the broadside of a barn door. Like,
yeah.
is that who's flying these? And because like if Poe Dameron's behind a TIE fighter, he knows how to fly it. So that's why it's an interesting concept, but still for coolness and having, like I said, if I could get R2D2 in the back seat, like, oh yeah, it's an X-wing.
Bro, you're wild. Completely blew it. Now it's tied 7-7.
Oh Jesus, God,
Dude,
I'm done with Minnesota sports, T-Wolves, the Wild. God,
that's crazy.
Well, you should be used to it by now, Bogey. Come on.
Yeah.
This is a real tough one for me. I think I agree. I think it would be a lot more fun to fly a TIE fighter because I think there's going to be a lot more speed and they do look pretty badass, especially like a TIE interceptor and everything. Like that thing probably just flies like none other. I mean, A-wings probably can fly.
the TIE Interceptor, you can't. Okay, it's TIE
No,
fighter.
okay, TIE fighter. Well, I'll keep
Yeah,
it
you
TIE
gotta stay
If
with
you
the
say
baseline.
TIE
Otherwise,
Interceptor,
you're
I
getting
might
into
change
the
my
weeds.
mind because
But I-
that looks kick ass, and especially after the Andor new trailer, that looks
yeah,
like
yeah. That
he
like almost a
hijacks one.
modified TIE interceptor type of a
Yeah,
thing. That
like
thing looks
those are
sweet.
those fly different.
But I don't know. I'm more of a classic guy than a like new age guy. So I'm gonna go with TIE fighter or X-Wing because I think those are just like the Star Wars ship in my eyes. Like when I think of Star Wars, I think of it like X-Wing. So
So 2-1 on that one.
2-1.
That's fine. I'll just shoot your asses down.
This one I feel like is gonna be an easy one, but we'll go with it anyways. Would you rather spend a day with Leia Organa or spend the day with Han Solo?
Oh, well. Depends on if she's my sister or not. You know?
Well,
If you
I
say
don't
much,
think
this
she's
is
your
going to be an
sister.
easy. Did you think this was gonna be an easy three to nothing?
Oh yeah, I thought so.
You think so? Okay, well, I'm interested. Okay, okay.
I don't know. I mean, like if I was, horned up, maybe I'd want to hang out with Leia, but Han's pretty cool. Is that what you're saying? You think it's going to be Han or Leia?
I don't know. You'll have to wait and
I
find out.
want to. Yeah, I'm interested now.
See, now you're trying to think of what I'm thinking of, and you're trying to say the opposite.
No. I would hang out with Han. That would be my. He just seems like a cool guy. He's like your crazy uncle that gets you into shenanigans.
Yeah. What's your answer, Bogey?
So are we talking little Leia? Because then F no.
No, I think we're thinking like OT Leia, because it. Oh well, it doesn't say Princess
Leia
Leia.
in the prison cell, laying on her side, just like
Slave Leia or Carbonite
Slave Leia.
Han Solo.
Jabba the Hutt,
Done.
slave
That's
Leia.
not
Like which
fair.
Leia are we talking here?
No, we're talking
fair.
about like New Hope, Leia, or Han Solo.
No, it's got to be Han because you're gonna get into some trouble, but some fun trouble. That's how I look at it. And then
Yeah.
hopefully Chewbacca is along with the ride too.
Yeah, I
You
would
don't
agree.
get an and one. It's you gotta stay with the spirit of the question.
Just like I
Okay.
couldn't do tie
Well,
and
then
etc.
I'll be Han's Chewbacca then. I mean, I already got
There
the
you go.
beard going and everything. So
Yeah. No, yeah, I would say Han Solo. I think it would just be a lot more fun. Nothing against Princess Leia.
I mean,
I think it's
if
close.
I was a high schooler, if I was a teenager,
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, all right,
It's close. It's closer.
Leia Organa.
do we assume that if we hang out with Han Solo, we're also going on adventures in the Millennium Falcon?
I mean, yeah, we
Or
could
are
do
we
that.
just like hanging out at the bar and him shooting people and
I-
getting into trouble?
My first thought was like, just how fun would it be just being at a bar with him and shooting the shit and like what kind of
So-
mischief is
So
he
it
gonna get
circles
into?
back. I guess we're hanging out at Tatooine. Sorry, Dustin.
Now, here's the thing, though. One thing to keep in mind, though, is Leia is like the only female in the OT Star Wars universe, right? So, if you hang out with her, you might draw, some other people you want to hang out with, like Luke and other people like Boba Fett. They
Yeah.
want to. She's like the only female in the entire Star Wars universe.
She's on high demand.
Well, what's her name? That's in Andor. She's the
Mon
other.
Mothma?
Yeah. How about
She's
her?
not in the OT until she's in OT.
Don't discredit her.
What? No, she's not in the OT. Or sorry, not in New Hope. She's in Return of the Jedi. Yeah.
Minnesota won. So there you go.
No, she's a New Hope.
Mon Mothma?
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Hmm.
When they draw up the battle plan,
That's in Return of the Jedi.
Mhm.
it is?
Yeah, it's that it's the white bearded dude in A New Hope.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
forget
okay.
what
I'm
his
getting
name is.
okay. Yep. No, you're right. Yep. I thought she was in the. Okay.
Yeah, she
Just maybe watching Andor and watching, um, Rogue One made me think she was in New Hope.
sure. She's in Phantom Menace, believe it or not, and it's the same actress.
Where is she in Phantom Menace?
So there's the scene where they have the counselors when they're on Naboo in a circle and they're all talking. She's one of the counselors in there. Same actress.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
And
I
it's
can see it now.
credited as Mon Mothma. So kind of a cool connection there.
Okay. Oh, weird connections with as we approach Andor. I'm so excited for season 2.
I think she might have been like in her late teens or something in that, but
Really? Wow.
she's in Phantom Menace, maybe early 20s. All right, next one. Would you rather be really skilled with a lightsaber or be really skilled with the Force? Oh,
That's a really good question. I think the Force, to me, like
I would choose the Force in a heartbeat.
yeah, I would agree. Because I mean,
Like,
you can't
Give me
lose
my
the
beer.
Force like as easily as. I mean, look how many times Luke loses his goddamn lightsaber.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
Yeah, it'd be the Force just because I loved like the different scenes. I mean, like look, I just was earlier today looking at different YouTube clips that were like, oh, you might like watching this, and it was like old flashback footage of, I mean, like Vader what's her name was trying to like take him down. And he was just like didn't even use his lightsaber. He just
Yeah.
manipulated it the whole time. And then even in Ahsoka, that like I can't remember if it's the last episode. When is it Ezra? I always mix up the names. Is it Ezra Miller that like
Ezra
he
Bridger.
Ezra
Bridger?
Bridger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like her, whatever love interest or not, whatever was like, here,
Yeah.
take the lightsaber. He goes, I don't
Sabine?
need it. The Force is my ally, and
Right.
he just did everything with the Force.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, let's
it
be
was
honest though, that wasn't cool. Like that was like Benihana, like goofiness.
it was goofiness, but then when he fought the one gal
Yeah.
using the lightsaber, all of a sudden
Shin.
she tried, yeah, and she tried to like chop it, and he like stopped it, and you can see the lightsaber like blade, like the Force was pushing it, and you can see the heat of the blade going the
Yeah.
opposite direction. And I was like, that's okay. That when you
That
know
is
you're
pretty
Force
cool.
sensitive, you've mastered it. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I
but
have to
no, I
agree.
agree, Dustin. I mean, that part was it got a little goofy, but kind of like it was like that's an interesting concept that someone can kick your ass by just using the Force and not needing a weapon.
I'm just saying they could
Uh,
have done it. They could have choreographed it better where it
yeah,
looked
I agree.
Yeah,
I
more.
mean,
I
I get the
totally agree.
concept of it because he's probably thinking, he's probably he's a stronger fighter than Sabine. So like she could use the saber more than he can because of his ability to use the Force. Because what did um what's his name? The droid or Huang or whatever Huang, and
Yeah,
he
Wayne. Yeah.
called Sabine like the worst he's ever trained or whatever. So
Yeah, so I don't think a lightsaber is gonna help.
no. Well, it's going to be better than just her relying on the Force because she used the dark saber quite a bit
Mhm.
prior to that, so she had some knowledge of wielding a sword. All right, so yeah, 3 for 3 on that one. I think we would all choose the Force. Next one, would you rather keep Darth Vader's helmet or keep Yoda's lightsaber?
Yoda's lightsaber.
Yoda's lightsaber. Why? Well, I don't. What's the use of Vader's helmet? I don't.
Yeah, I
Is
would
it like
agree.
Nos-
is it the melted
Nostalgia.
one?
It doesn't specify. It just says keep Darth Vader's helmet or keep Yoda's lightsaber.
I mean,
I mean, I could use Darth Vader's helmet in a bedroom situation. Can't really do that with Yoda's lightsaber. Let's be honest.
Man, what kind of freaky stuff are you into?
Hey, I mean, when you get
I
married,
have a whole
you
new
gotta spice
opinion
things
of when
up.
you put on that Inquisitor mask now.
can I use both?
Hey, Mudge, if anyone's gonna do some role playing with some Star Wars shit, it's gonna be you. Okay,
I have the supplies, that's for sure.
that's what I'm saying. I don't.
I just didn't make the comment. All right, next one. Would you rather train under Yoda or train under Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Kenobi.
Oh, Obi-Wan fucked up and caused
I don't
the
care.
whole
Obi-Wan.
Anakin thing. I'm going Yoda, man.
Yeah,
Yoda would forget more about the Force than Obi would ever learn.
I'm going with Yoda just purely because the knowledge that he has. He can probably teach me a lot more. I think,
I would get
Well,
annoyed
you
at
get
the way he speaks. after-
yeah. And he wouldn't be as fun to be around as Obi-Wan. Like Obi-Wan and Anakin seem to have a lot of fun times together. I
that's
don't see that.
exactly.
I don't see that same thing with Yoda.
You don't see it, but we never get to see that side of Yoda. Is all I'm saying. Maybe he's
Well, I
got
mean,
that
look at
good
Luke.
muscle.
I mean, Luke must have had a lot of fun training on Dagobah.
He seemed annoyed. He had wearing him on a backpack all the time.
Yeah, I know. I gotta carry your ass around.
And if you've seen the Seagull song, like, have you
But
seen that?
I mean, that was a no-brainer for me, just Obi-Wan, because we've said before, or at least I've said before. I don't know, Justin, if you were on one of the first times I was on here, Obi-Wan's my favorite #1 character. So of course, I just yeah, it's got to be Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
So 2-1 on that one.
2-1 on that one. Would you rather join the rebellion or fight for the Empire?
Fight for the Empire. Kidding me? Be way cushier.
Is this before or after knowing your your ass is gonna get defeated? Like, am I getting shipped to the Death Star? Then
Yeah,
no,
okay.
I'm
If I
not.
knew I had an assignment on the Death Star, okay, that's a little different story.
That's like, would you rather fight for the British or the United States in the colonial time?
Dude, if I was like on Thrawn's Star Destroyer, you know how cool that would be?
Yeah. But I don't know how much like I don't know how much fun or enjoyment you're gonna be with like it seems very like tight knit and I'm gonna choose rebellion on this one.
Yeah, everyone's gonna
Yeah, I would
choose
choose
Jedi.
Rebellion, even though like just thinking about it, though, like I see Dustin, it's like the safer route. Because like, what if you're like fighting for the rebellion, and you get caught, and you get thrown in that prison in Andor season 1, doing that crap.
Hey, Saw Gerrera would do the same damn thing. If Saw Gerrera got an Imperial, he would probably torture him and everything.
Here's a trick
That's
answer.
that's
I'll,
one
I'll
guy
let
in Rebellion. It's everyone in the Empire that's gonna do that shit.
I don't think those stormtroopers are doing shit to anyone.
Everyone's a
They can't
masochist
even
in
hit
the
anyone.
Empire.
I'll be the what's his name, Mickelson's character. I'll fight
Oh
for the
shit.
Empire, but secretly be for the
You'll be
rebellion.
a mole. You'll be the mole.
Yeah,
Your lifespan won't be very long.
that's fine for the greater cause.
Okay, this next one's a dumb one, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Would you rather be a bounty hunter or be a stormtrooper?
Bounty hunter. Duh.
Bounty hunter. Next.
Next,
Oh,
will I get free
You can
LASIK
adjust them
surgery?
if they're so
Will I get
what's
much.
that?
You can adjust them like if they're so like out of balance, if you
Okay.
think
I'll change this up then. Would you rather Mm, would you rather own or would you rather have the stormtrooper armor or would you rather have Boba Fett's armor?
well, we all know that stormtrooper armor doesn't do absolute shit. So I would definitely rather have the Beskar, because I think they used little Beskar in the Boba Fett outfit.
I don't know if Boba's is Beskar,
It is.
but I don't know if Boba's is. I know Mandalorian armor can.
Mando said that armor is. He said in that scene when Boba was trying to get it in Mandalorian, when Boba was trying to get his armor
Also,
back, he
Okay.
said that
also this is kind
Beskar
of a no-brainer.
belongs to.
Okay.
He did say it's that Beskar belongs to, Mandalorian. He's like, you're not Mandalorian if you don't have it, So I'm pretty sure, I'm like almost 99% sure his armor is Beskar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about Boba Fett's armor all day long. Plus, you get a sweet
What
jetpack.
the? All I got to say is, I mean, definitely, I'm with like, yeah, definitely Boba Fett's armor. Along because it probably comes with, I'm guessing, all the gadgets too, because
Yeah.
Stormtroopers doesn't have anything. His got like, the lasers, the flamethrower. I'm guessing that all is included with the armor. What? But here's a question for you guys: what the heck is the point of wearing the Stormtrooper armor? Because, like Dustin said, it is absolutely pointless. It never stops a blaster shot,
It's
and it
100% because it was cool as shit when they were making the movie.
like
And the costume designer's like,
it
here's what
looks
I
it
got.
look
And the guys are like, nailed it.
It's also pressurized. So like if you're off world, you can, breathe the air because it is filtered. The helmet has a filter in it.
Oh, right, because yeah, you hear the suction or whatever when they
Yeah.
decompression when they take the helmet off. But still, it's like, what's the
I
point?
mean, right.
It's
As
so
in
bulky.
terms of an armor, if it can't stop arrows from an Ewok,
Yeah,
it's not doing
good
much.
good point. I was like,
That's like on the Family Guy. I think they're like, "Why are we wearing this?" And then they get hit by like an arrow or something.
this armor's useless.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather kiss a Wookiee or fight a Mandalorian?
Kiss a Wookiee.
This is the most random kiss of Wookiee or fight a Mandalorian.
If I had to fight a Mandalorian, I'm getting my ass kicked. And, at least if I kiss a Wookiee, maybe there's something that
You
sparks.
might get your ass kicked if you kiss a Wookiee too.
When we
You
talk
might get
about
your arm-
kissing,
What if it's one of the female Wookiees and she's into it?
we talking about kissing, we talking about tongue or just a peck?
I mean, use your imagination of what you want to do. If you want to use your tongue with a Wookiee, then I'll let you have that moment.
Yeah, definitely would have to be the Wookiee because there's no chance in hell beat a Mandalorian.
I'm gonna fight a Mandalorian because he'll knock me out in 1 second, then we're done with it. So I think my arms could get torn off by a freaking Wookiee.
Hey,
Well,
but
I
you're
guess the
not
thing
fighting a
though is
Wookiee.
the Mandalorian
You're just
wouldn't
giving
fight
him a
you
peck.
because there's no honor in it.
What's that, Dustin?
Mandalorian wouldn't fight you because there's no honor in it.
Well, then all the better. I'll choose that. Then I
I'm just
don't
saying
have
the
to kiss
question
a
is
Wookiee and not fight a Mandalorian.
I'm just saying the question is debunked.
Okay.
Terrible question.
Next one. Would you rather live on Cloud City or live on Naboo?
Naboo. I'm
Naboo.
afraid of heights. Fuck that.
100% Naboo.
Cloud City would be fun for like a vacation spot, but live, yeah, Naboo.
Yeah, I'd look one down one time. I'd shit my pants.
You'd just be like confined to the little thing. Like,
Yeah.
what if you want to go to that one over there? I need a ship.
Hey, Luke. Hey, look. Luke's hand is still floating in the air.
Okay, here's a good one. I like this one. Would you rather race a pod racer or drive an AT-AT?
Drive an AT-AT. I don't know why. I've always thought that would be like the coolest fucking thing.
Because of Shadows of the Empire, isn't
Yes.
it?
Oh, gosh. That's a good question. I'd have to go with pod racing.
Why? Speed? You like speed?
Yep.
Need for speed?
Yep.
Give me that NOS, baby. Need for speed.
I think
I
there's
also
a
own a minivan, which is basically like
Which is
an
me.
AT-AT is basically the Star Wars equivalent of a minivan. You think about it, you know?
I don't know. I think there's more of an adrenaline rush. I think with the pod racer, I guess, and then you run into Saboba, and then he just runs you over.
Boomba. I'm gonna agree with Dead Ross. So this was what I was kind of getting at too. So going back to the Wookiee question, he said, I don't know, man. Wookiee might take offense if you're too bad. And then that's when the arms come up.
That's when the arms get ripped off. Not enough tongue.
Next.
You know, getting beaten by your own arms. That's an embarrassing way to go out, but I'm just saying. But he said if you're bad. So what if you're really good at it?
Then
you
it
fall in
get-
love
then
with the Wookiee,
but then it
and
gets
have a
weird,
Wookiee
'cause-
life.
I don't know if that's something you want to be proud of. I'm really good at kissing a Wookiee.
You'd be like the talk of the Star Wars universe. You kissed a Wookiee and you lived?
I bet
Yeah.
Itchy's pretty good at kissing.
skills,
maybe you
bro.
want to kiss Itchy, the guy that watches the Wookiee porn.
Okay,
or
now,
whatever.
okay.
I'm gonna say which Wookiee? I was gonna say it. What if it's that one?
If it was Itchy, I'm out.
He said, Dead Ross then said, then you have to spend a month in a Bacta tank. We've all been there.
We've all been there.
Been there, done that. All right, so Pod Racer for Bogey, AT-AT for Dustin. I'm going to agree with the AT-AT. I always thought those were like one of the coolest vehicles in all of Star Wars. And I would definitely want to drive one of those. I feel like you could go anywhere too. Would you rather get rid of Jar Jar Binks?
Done.
What?
Don't even.
I'm not even going to finish it. Everyone's going to choose the same
Yeah,
thing.
fuck Jar
Do I
Jar.
dare
Yeah,
even?
man.
Do I dare even read?
I
the
want to
second
know
one?
what the other option would have been.
Or get what?
I said shoot Jar Jar right in the fucking sun.
Would you rather get rid of Jar Jar Binks or get rid of Chewbacca?
Yeah.
What?
So let's change the question, right? And make it
Okay.
more, so who's like annoying compared to Jar Jar? It's
Would you-
probably
Would you rather get rid of Jar Jar
C-3PO.
Binks or get rid of the Acolyte?
Acolyte.
I just wish they did the Acolyte right, Like
But
they
they
would
didn't.
never gonna get
But
Jar
they
Jar.
didn't. They didn't. Okay. And then I'll change it after this. Okay. So first, would you
The
rather
Acolyte's redeemable at some point. Like Jar Jar was never gonna be redeemable.
Okay. So you would get rid of Jar Jar, Dustin.
Oh yeah, done.
Bogey, you would get rid of Acolyte.
Yeah.
I would also get rid of Acolyte.
Dude, the second I saw Jar Jar, I'm like, oh my God, this is not gonna be good.
The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Still better than
I
Jar Jar.
can't unsee that. And the whole thread concept, destroying force, like no. I'm gonna change it though. Again. Would you rather get rid of the Acolyte, or would you rather get rid of the Last Jedi?
The Acolyte.
Acolyte.
The Last Jedi has some redeeming qualities, and they took some risks that I thought could have led to some cool things. I mean, Acolyte was just bad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the Last Jedi, just the way that they screwed over Luke, because the potential we could have had still with Luke, if he had not gone that direction or they killed him off like that.
I
The
guess
Acolyte is so far separated from everything else. I feel like it's easier to be like, okay, no one cares about that anymore. Like,
what about would you rather get rid of Acolyte or the Book of Boba?
Acolyte?
Acolyte.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of a show that's just as not
Mandalor
too bad.
Mando is the reason why the redemption quality for Book of Boba Fett.
And the
where he
first couple
stole it for,
episodes
like,
are
2
really good.
episodes.
The first couple episodes, like the Sand People, are really cool. I feel like.
I know.
Oh yeah, trying to like
I'm just trying to think
understand.
of something because a movie versus a show, I think is a
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll go on to the next then. Would you rather be frozen in carbonite or serve under Darth Vader?
Like serve as in what role? Like, are you an Inquisitor? Because that'd be kind of cool.
Sure.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm an Inquisitor.
Yeah,
Bogey.
I guess it's kind of a weird question. Like, well,
Would you rather be in prison?
would I rather be frozen alive
Would you
Yeah.
rather not be
Or-
able to
or-
do anything absolutely at all?
or actually live life and do something? Yeah, I would serve Darth Vader. And
Some
Darth
of these
Vader's
questions need some revisions, I think.
yeah.
Okay, so would you rather serve
So,
under
so here's
Darth?
a better question. Would you rather serve under Darth Vader or serve under the Emperor?
That's what I was going to change it to.
Great
I
minds.
would I would change to I would do under Darth Vader because I feel like he still had the opportunity to redeem. He was still kind of on the edge.
I'm not
Or
talking
the-
about redemption, baby. I'm talking about like, rule of two. You knew Vader was gunning for that
Okay,
spot.
so what emperor then? Post prequel trilogy?
No,
or...
yeah, this is original trilogy, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, it's still Vader because I don't know where the emperor needs like a cane to get everywhere. And
This is a hot take, but this is how I would look at it. It would be the Emperor
okay,
because you seen like the Inquisitors and Darth Vader, and you saw the one gal. He's like, "You've been warned," and he's like choking her out. Like he's clearly like making his rounds. The Emperor, you just like what once a month have to call in and say, "Hey, what's up? What's
that's
new?"
true.
So you
So
don't get micromanaged as bad as
It's a
what
little
you
bit
do?
less
like your
micromanagement.
It's like your boss checking in once a month versus Vader like every day is like on your ass. So I'd be like, I'd take the Emperor.
Hey, that's a fair point. That's a good fair point. Are you gonna
And then
still
even on top of that, all you're doing is doing like a video conference call with your boss
you get to work remotely versus being in the office.
versus Vader showing up in person, choking you out like, "Oh, you messed up."
You don't even have to show in person to get choked. It's like doing it over the broadcast or the what do they call it? Comlink or whatnot.
We never saw the Emperor do that or anything in the OT. It was just what's his name, Snoke did that,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So that there's not really proof that how that works. If that really does work, otherwise I would imagine the Emperor would have done that so many times. Oh, I guess I'm wrong. Vader did that one time, right? Didn't he choke someone out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it
So,
over. Yeah, when they were
in the OT. So yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yep. All right.
I take it back.
Would you rather fly with Poe Dameron or fly with Han Solo?
Solo.
Man, Poe Dameron's, I mean, some of the maneuvers he pulled off, I don't know. That's a pretty.
Poe is probably a more talented pilot.
Yeah. I would say Poe Dameron mostly because, again, like if we're like learning from them and like we're like their intern or whatever, I think that would be kind of cool. And he's,
I wouldn't be able
he's a lot less grumpy.
to tolerate his mom jokes.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah, I think I would say, I mean, I would rather hang out with Han Solo like a million to one, but I think to fly, I think it'd be a lot of fun to fly with Poe Dameron because I think he's probably more skilled as a pilot. Not to say Han Solo isn't skilled, because he is very skilled in one of the
Well, he
best
never did the
pilots.
Kessel Run.
All right, would you rather tick off a single Sith or tick off the whole Jedi Council?
What?
What's
That
the
is a
question?
dumb
Take
question.
Tick off, like piss off. Would you rather piss off a single Sith or piss off the whole Jedi Council?
That is so dumb. Like, are we saying these are going after? Like they're like we're being hunted then?
Well, the Jedi won't hunt them, so I'm going to pick.
Yeah,
I would
keep
rather
her
piss
the
off the
peace.
Jedi because they're gonna. You'd be like, I'm sorry. They'll be like, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, okay. So in my revised question of this is: would you rather piss off and have the entire Jedi Council go after you, like hunt you down, or would you rather have the Emperor and Vader be pissed off at you and hunt you down? To me, I'd rather have the Jedi Council hunt me down because they're incompetent. And Vader and the Emperor don't fuck around. So
Yeah, that's a good question. So who would you be more afraid of
like
defeating?
coming
you?
after you, like being persona non grata.
Yeah, I'd rather have the Jedi come after me than Darth Vader and the Emperor. Because they're just gonna be brutal. There's no mercy from them.
Feel the same with maybe the Jedi. Look at it. Qui-Gon Jinn probably pissed him off so many times. They
Yeah.
never
Now,
didn't get on
again,
this.
in this hypothetical, when they catch you, you're dead, right?
So they're coming. They're hunting you down.
They're hunting you down. Like there's no
I mean,
redemption.
But I mean, like Count Dooku was part of the Jedi Council, and then he left, and he like literally just killed everybody until
Head
Anakin
chopped
came.
off. Yeah.
So
it's kind of like in, not to reference the Acolyte, but I'm going to reference the Acolyte because the Acolyte were hunting down that Sith character.
Dude, the Jedi couldn't even find the Emperor, who is literally the fucking lead of the government, right? Like you could probably hide away from the Jedi Council.
That's true.
I don't think you're getting away from the Emperor for a long period of time.
Yeah. So Dead Ross says you guys are discounting the Jedi Council's ability to talk incredibly harshly. Like, oh man, that meeting afterwards would be super embarrassing.
Oh, so okay, that reminds me, again, I'm a huge Aliens fan, right? And when they find out like they're in that like reactor area and they take all the guns, and the one guy's like, "What are we gonna do? Fight him with harsh language?"
yeah, yeah. Was that Bill Paxton's character?
No, that was a different character that said that.
Okay,
He was kind of
fight him with harsh language.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
Okay, here's another good one. Would you rather be indebted to the Hutts or steal from the Emperor?
Those both suck major balls.
Yeah. That's why it's a good one.
Well, if
I'd
I
rather
steal
be
from
indebted to the Hutts because you'd be able to work that off somehow, right? If you steal from the Empire, I mean, like you're that's committed a crime and against the Emperor, and good luck.
Yeah,
at least the Hutts let you work off your debt. You know what I'm saying?
potentially,
Justin.
not necessarily, but the chances are better going.
I mean,
that
they give Han
direction,
Solo
for
like
sure.
8,000 chances, so I guess
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yep, that's how I look at it. How
Yep.
Han Solo got so many chances. Yep.
First
Yeah,
of all,
that's fine.
like in this hypothetical, have you actually successfully stole from the Emperor, or are you trying to steal from the Emperor at this
It
point?
just says or steal. So when it says or steal from the Emperor, it tells me that you've stolen the item.
Okay. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, and I'd rather be indebted to the Hutts. Would you rather invite R2-D2 to your birthday party or invite C-3PO to your birthday party?
Oh god, that's easy. R2-D2. C-3PO is annoying as shit.
Just taking one last look at my friends.
I have a weird answer, but I think it's not appropriate.
Oh, we're uncensored,
uncensored, bro.
What's the ethnicity of this birthday party?
Oh gosh.
So C-3PO can interpret everybody.
Yeah, so if there's like a bunch of different species,
Yeah,
then like you would probably want C3PO. Yeah.
because he would come in handy.
Yeah, so if it's like a multicultural event, then for sure. That's a good point.
All R2D2 is gonna sit there, beep boop boop boop, and then you're like, oh, cool, and you're
But
like,
R2D2 is so badass. Like, I mean, he's up there with like K2SO in droids in Star Wars.
K2SO is.
Plus, I mean, you can fly on R2D2, right? Just like right on his back and
Okay, so would you rather have R2D2 or K2SO at your birthday party?
K2SO,
Yeah.
without a doubt, without a doubt, because as long as it's specific the K2SO because he's got the comedy setting or whatever that what's his name put like
Yeah, but he could slap
programmed.
you in the face at any moment.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, dude, he's like the best bodyguard. He beat the shit out of something.
be like,
Yeah.
hey, can you bring this down to the grill? And he'd be like, sure, and he just drops it and like walks away.
Dead Ross says C3PO can serve drinks probably. When R2 tried to serve drinks, he fell off Jabba's barge and spilled all of
I can serve my own drinks. Thank you very much.
them. I can drink my own drinks, thank you very
Yeah.
much. Would you rather have Han Solo as your co-pilot or have Chewbacca as your co-pilot?
Can we understand Chewbacca in this scenario?
Sure. We'll say like Han Solo can understand Chewbacca, you can understand Chewbacca. You wouldn't choose a co-pilot if you couldn't understand him, so we'll just
I would say so a close one because I feel like Han Solo would just yell at you the entire time that you're not doing the right thing. I feel like Chewbacca might be a little bit more supportive. And Chewbacca seems to be like the actual pilot of the Millennium Falcon, you know?
it's
I
fair.
think it's very close. 51 to 49 going with Chewbacca.
How about you, Bogey?
Yeah, that's a tough one. And I think I'd go the opposite of what Dustin, just the opposite way. 51 Solo, 49 Chewbacca. Just I don't know, just because Solo knows. I feel like he's the one always telling Chewie what to do. So I don't. That's a tough one. I don't know. Like I'd probably Solo.
Okay, so Bogey's going with Solo, Dustin's going barely Chewbacca. The way I look at it is some people are just made to fit their role. And I think Han Solo is like a pilot. And I look at Chewbacca as like the co-pilot, like the best co-pilot you could have. So I'm going to go with Chewbacca because I think that's where his skill set is being a co-pilot, being.
I thought you were the co-pilot in this scenario.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No, would you rather have Han Solo as your co-pilot or have Chewbacca as your co-pilot?
Oh, so we're the pilot in this.
We're the pilot, and this other.
I still hold.
or
So that
Chewbacca.
actually makes me want to choose Chewbacca more.
Yeah, I would
Yep.
choose Chewbacca.
Okay.
Because
I thought we were just kind of like we're both pilots. We're
oh,
both.
Han Solo would be so annoyed the whole time.
Yes,
He'd be
I
backseat
changed
driving.
I changed my
the
answer.
entire
Chewbacca.
fucking time.
Okay. So then a clean sweep on that one. Would you rather have R2D2 as your sidekick or have BB-8 as your sidekick?
R2D2.
I don't know. R2D2 can't give a thumbs up, so BB-8.
You
You
going
can't
R-
give a thumbs up.
R2D2 can fly, man.
I know the scene you're talking about, but
So he can light a cigarette for you. Great.
Yeah. I want to smoke some liggets.
light some of those death sticks.
Death
Yeah, man.
sticks. I'm going R2D2 all the way on that one. And he can hold my new lightsabers for me, and then he can shoot them out for me, and I can.
Yeah.
While I'm doing flips in the air, because
I love that scene in Family Guy when he shoots the lightsaber out. You know the scene I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And but before that they're making that like the trombone noise, like boom.
Yeah.
The head
boom.
nod.
And they're
Yeah.
all head nodding.
They do it for like 20 minutes.
It goes to a picture behind the mound and he goes he
Yeah.
shakes it off.
Some of the best Star Wars pieces out there are the Family Guy.
They really are, man.
I'm just waiting
So
for them to do the prequels and the sequels and more.
I know what's taking so long.
They really need to.
They probably have to wait for like the rights to expire or something.
Oh, maybe.
Which would be what, like 30 years?
Yeah, but the prequels are getting there.
Yeah, they're close. I mean, 99 was the first one, so
Yeah.
hey, 2029 here.
I
we
don't know that
come.
for a fact. That's just a guess.
Yeah. All right, so this is the last one. Would you rather have Darth Vader on your side in a fight or have Yoda on your side in a fight?
Darth Vader. I think Darth Vader could beat Yoda.
That's the question.
I think the Jedi are weak because they
Are dumb.
are dumb.
Are we talking like
Good is dumb.
I would say if it was Anakin Skywalker, I think he would be more powerful. Potentially.
yes? I mean, that's what I was looking at because Darth
Because
Vader
Darth
has
Vader, his suit was created to contain him a little bit.
he's very limited.
But that's not the question.
No, it's not. Question is, who would you rather have fight on your side, Darth Vader or Yoda?
Now, here's the question. And they don't specify this. Fight at your side. Fight who? Like, are we assuming that would be the other person that we didn't choose?
Let's say, would you rather have Darth Vader on your side to fight Yoda, or would you rather have Yoda on your side to fight Darth Vader?
I still think I would have Vader because I still think he would win against Yoda.
And are we talking about like Yoda when he fought like Dooku mobility? Or are we
Yeah.
talking
Not on deathbed on.
That's not fair. I thought this whole time we've been giving it the
Dagobah?
original
He's not on his
trilogy.
deathbed. Not that version.
Well, that's fair. Okay, so if we're doing original trilogy, then yeah, definitely Darth Vader because Yoda's kind of out, But
yeah.
let's alter the question a little bit. Let's say prequel trilogy Yoda, and then obviously OT Vader.
Is it before or after he figures out that Padme is dead?
Well, when does he figure out Padme's dead?
Well, that's like right as he becomes Vader.
Yeah,
The reason I say that is because he's gonna be mad.
yeah. So let's say well, we said OT Vader. So we'll say OT Vader or prequel trilogy Yoda.
This is
Should we just go like at the very
changing the
end
rules too loosely and too fastly.
Revenge of the Sith at the very end when Anakin becomes Vader, and you have Yoda.
Okay, so same time. So that
Yeah,
Vader
right
and
at that
Yoda.
moment, and Padme dies, gives birth, like that time. Let's compare to that. I mean, that's
Taking
probably the
Vader,
perfect
baby.
time. Because I agree, Dustin. Like Vader, like his eyes and everything were just glowing red. Even when he was like burning in the lava, I hate you. Like you could tell the rage was. Could that overpower Yoda? Yoda couldn't even take out the Emperor. So yeah, I got to go Vader.
So just to make sure he's not in his suit yet, is that what we're saying?
Yeah,
No,
he
he's
is
in a suit, but I'm saying like it's around that.
The guy was like Bambi in his new suit. He could barely walk.
How do you know that?
What are you talking about?
They showed him when he gets his legs and he's like, ugh.
Okay,
That's
it's
'cause
more
he
like
was-
Frankenstein if we're being,
Yeah,
honest
like
and
Frankenstein.
comparing it to.
Yeah, but he was busting out of the restraints.
Well, yeah, his force
And then-
ability was able to help him, but he couldn't even walk.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
then
saying,
he
he's
was
gonna
then
be
he like
really
then
pissed.
you could see the rage and the entire room just like collapsed in on itself.
I'm playing
Yeah.
devil's advocate. I'm going to pick Vader, but I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Sorry, Yoda, you little mid. Can't say that anymore.
Let's see. Oh, I already read that. I thought we had it there now. Sorry.
Love
what were you
having
saying?
somebody, chiming in. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Some really, really good humor. Definitely appreciate the humor.
Yeah, it's the best part about having people in the chat because then they can give us their opinions. Are there any other ones that you guys can think of off the top
Would you,
of your
would you
heads?
rather get force choked or force lightninged?
Force choked?
Yeah, call me daddy.
Well, you put it that way. I'm going to say force lightning.
I mean,
Yeah, some people
choke-
are into that shit.
I mean, Luke survived being force lightning. I don't
I
know.
mean,
much
how
of
many-
maybe you're into the BDS.
Well, I guess Krennic survived, but that's because Vader let him go.
You're getting force choked all of a sudden. Oh god.
Oh God.
That's what I say. Would it be a slow choke or would it be like in the Obi-Wan series where Vader was going to the village and he just like looked over and just
Oh,
The guy's like,
just snap the guy's neck. That was like a kid too. That was great. That was dark, man.
I know that was super
That was a
dark.
great episode, by the way. That was a really good episode. That show was okay, but that episode
It
was
was
pretty damn
it was
sweet.
like I think I said this before. Any moment during like a scene with Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan, like, or even like a little scenes with Vader, like that stole it. It was all the other stuff that it's like, what's her name's side quest of trying to get revenge.
Reva?
Yeah, don't give two Fs. Like I was like, why is this in here? Like
Yeah. Well, the only, well, at least comes top of mind, the Vader, Ewan McGregor Kenobi scene that made me like roll my eyes was when they were fighting in that same episode where he like where Vader's dragging people out into the street. There's that fire that's going on, and like they make it seem like Vader is afraid to go after him because of the fire. Like, you're telling me you can't just like force grab him and bring him to the other side or something like that? It's like,
oh
is
yeah, when
fire
they
really going to deter him from accomplishing his mission? I don't think. I believe they're probably trying to play off the fact that, Vader got burned on Mustafar and it was probably like PTSD type of a thing. But like, I think Vader would be so pissed off just to kill Obi-Wan
you're,
Kenobi that fire wasn't going to stop him. And he could have blown the fire out by just doing like a force push or something like that.
because you're talking about like when he dragged Obi-Wan over the fire and
Yeah.
then put the fire out, but then the one gal saved him by shooting and
Yeah.
then reignited the fire, and then
Yeah.
that like droid picked up Obi-Wan.
Yeah. She
To
came over
me,
and saved him. It's like Vader couldn't stop that from happening. I think he could
I,
have.
I thought that, but they had that like weird like close up on Vader, and he kind of like looked and kind of like he wanted. I think he was in my mind, at least this is my interpretation, was that he was trying to ignite the fire and, metaphorically, but
Yeah.
ignite the fire to get Obi-Wan because he thought Obi-Wan like, really, this is all like he's like your powers are weak, old man.
Yeah.
Like he wanted a legit rematch fight.
So he was just kind of toying with him. He wasn't trying to, he wanted to get an actual fight with him.
That's
That's
that's what
fair.
I was getting out of it was that they were trying to like get him he was trying to get him going and kind of let him go to be like, okay, go heal, but I want a legitimate rematch.
Yeah.
I
Well, and that
thought
would be
that's
kind of like the ultimate payback is like pissing Obi-Wan off to the point where like he would like turn to the dark side to show
yeah,
that he's not immune from it or something like that too. So that's a good
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Dead Ross has a question for us. If you were a Padawan, who would you rather be? Who would you rather be your master? Kit Fisto's bug-eyed face or Yaddle?
Yaddle, man. Yaddle? Is that the
Yeah, Yaddle or Kit Fisto?
doesn't Kid Fisto just get absolutely like murked like first millisecond he encounters
The
the
other two did. He lasted a little bit longer.
Okay, but he still gets absolutely murked. At least Yaddle, yeah, dude, Yaddle all the way.
Yeah,
She
it's gotta be
actually
Yaddle.
put up a
Yeah,
really good fight against.
I'd pick Yaddle as well. And she's another one too that's been around for a while and is going to have a lot of knowledge
Yeah.
and everything. She's actually in the book I almost finished. The second
That is the most typical Mudge thing I've ever
as
heard.
I'm almost
The book
finished.
I almost finished, which is
The
probably
audiobook. The
I read
audiobook.
4 pages of it.
No, that's the second one of the like prequel High Republic, the crappy ones.
Yeah.
Yaddle's in that quite a bit. So
Okay. Would you rather have to listen to the Acolyte on audiobook for a day or listen to Jar Jar Binks talk for a day?
would you rather, okay, changing it a little bit. Would you rather listen to the Power of One, Power of Two, the Power of Many
That's like, okay, so yeah,
all
yeah.
day, or listen to Jar Jar Binks say
Misa,
something Misa
Misa, don't take my
Misa.
hair, sir.
Misa Jar Jar Binks all day.
Neither. I would kill myself.
Let's say, where's the nearest
There's
cliff?
a
I'll
third
jump
option.
off.
It's like it's been a good run, guys. Tuck and roll.
Don't talk about like the two of the most cringe moments of Star Wars. Oh,
I think we nailed it, man. I think we answered all the pressing Star Wars questions in the universe.
yeah, I like it. This was fun. And if you're listening to this not live, let us know what your answers would be in the comments of the video. So we'd love to hear your points of view and how you might view things a little bit differently. So, but I think Dustin really wants to know if you would kiss a Wookiee. So please
Yeah.
answer
'Cause
that.
I know I would.
And would you be good at kissing a Wookiee? So,
Oh,
Hey,
I'd
here's
tongue
a-
punch that.
Mudge, you should put the questions in like the comments yourself.
and of the video, yeah, I can
Yeah,
do
like
that.
when you post the video, put the questions because
Yeah, I can post them up and love to get everyone's answers.
yep.
Do I? That means I gotta listen to it again and get the altered versions. Okay,
You don't have to do that. Just post the
the
original.
standard. Post the standard. All right. Well,
You could always put like, I mean, if you want to put like a timestamp of each time we get through the next question.
yeah, I could do that too.
Something like
it might
that.
take a little more labor, but
But it would engage the listener a little more too. So all good ideas. All right. Well, I'll speak to our social media handles really quick. So you can find us on Twitter at DetBlockAA23pod, on Instagram at detention_block_AA_23, and our Facebook group and YouTube channel, Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast. And you can find us at TikTok on DetBlock AA23. Again, if you're listening to us, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be having a prize giveaway once we hit 200 subs, and you're going to want to be a part of that. And make sure you're public so I can grab your name to enter into the drawing. And then like this video, rate, review, comment, all the above. We greatly appreciate it. Any final thoughts, guys?
yeah, how do you turn a phrase?
Is that the first part? No, that's the second part, isn't it?
That's the
I know-
first one. And then you say,
No.
God, you're dumb.
No, there's a question before that though.
I always thought the dogs laid eggs.
But today I learned something. No, now it's going to drive. We got to figure this out before we leave. Okay. No, it's a turn of phrase. How do you turn a phrase? God, you're dumb. Thank God for
Thank
that.
God for that
ass.
ass.
But there's another question that's asked before that.
But that's the
I-
part I remember.
I was trying to, but no, I caught what you were doing right there. Yeah. Any final thoughts?
Boogie has no fucking clue what we're talking about.
We're talking about Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
How do you turn a phrase? And Lois is like, God, you're dumb. Thank God
Thank
for
God
that
for that
ass.
ass. Any final thoughts from you guys besides turning phrases?
I seriously, if you are watching this and you have not seen the Family Guy Star Wars trilogy, absolutely go watch it. It's so fucking awesome. And they're only like what, 50 minutes each? So they're pretty like
Yeah, they're a little longer. I'm looking up the turn of phrase thing. They're a little longer than a standard Family Guy episode.
Yeah, I want to say they're like 45 to 50
yeah.
minutes long. But they fly by fast.
And what Harvest Moon? No, not Harvest Moon.
Yeah, Blue Harvest.
Blue Harvest,
Yeah.
which was actually the
And something
Project.
something Dark Side
Blue Harvest was the project name
for
Uh,
Star Wars.
for A New Hope, the first movie.
Yeah.
One more, trying to look this up. Okay, I'm not gonna find it. Yeah. So again, Andor's coming up soon. Be looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to watching it and bringing our reactions to all of it. We will watch all the episodes on one day, and then we will record on the following day, which they release on Tuesdays. So we'll record on Wednesdays, and then again, Celebration coming up. So looking forward to the news coming out from there. With that, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week, and look forward to talking more Star Wars next week. As always, may the Force.
It's how do you half expect something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what it is. Thank you.
How do you half expect something?
Like I half expect you something. How do you half expect something? No, it's a turn of phrase. How do you turn a phrase? God, you're
God, you're
dumb.
dumb.
Thank God for that ass.
Thank God I figured it out. I probably
Yes,
been nuts all night.
Finally. Thank you.
I found out
Peacefully-
in 2
peacefully.
fucking clicks, and you couldn't do it on
No,
your
I
computer.
kept being brought to gifts, different gifts with it. I'm like, from Yarn. I'm like, no, I don't want this. Plus, I don't want to click a video because if I click a video, then everyone's going to hear noise and crap. So, anyways, till next time, thanks again for listening to us, and we look forward to next week. Until then, as always, may the Force be with you.
Thanks for calling. This is Han Solo, and I'm going to be keeping you company for the next few hours right here on the midnight shift. Something's telling me